Reader, take us through what your perspective is on the Wild coming down the home stretch.
Well, the thing for me is their lack of scoring is going to, I think, going to hurt, but their depth or the toughness of their games, we have them ranked as the second toughest schedule behind, I believe it's the Montreal Canadiens coming in. Moving forward as we move along here, this is a very difficult schedule. Like I'm sorry, but Minnesota, and they know that they're in tough. In Washington, Carolina's been playing great. Like, look at these are top teams. These aren't just teams that are top of the standings. They are also teams that are battling for home ice advantage in a lot of these situations. And it's going to be very difficult for Minnesota. So that to me, and the fact that they have struggled to score goals is going to be, I think, their biggest downfall.
Scotty, with your heart, you picked the Wild earlier on NHL Now.
Yeah.
It's a challenging stretch. Yeah. Why do you believe in them?
Because I think they've played well against the good teams. They've risen to the occasion.
Sure.
This is a real tough schedule. And for me, if they're going to do anything, it's going to be up to them. They're not going to back in. They got to do it themselves. And there's no better way to do it than beat some of the best teams, beat teams that are playing for something. I don't want to be playing the bottom feeders. I want to play the top teams. That's going to keep the group sharp. And I think it's a great challenge for this group. And they get a chance to start on the road tonight where they've been much better at home, which isn't how Minnesota usually plays. Usually their home record's outstanding. It's not very good this year.
True.
They've been much better on the road. So, like I said, you're going to play good teams, and if you earn a chance to get in the playoffs against that lineup, that schedule, that means you're going to be prepared to do well in that first round and compete and maybe have a chance to do something in the playoffs.
And the best competitors, there's that real love of a hard battle. So as we look at this race coming down the stretch with just about 8 games remaining, if you had to pick the 2 teams that are going to make it into the wild card, Reader caused a stir in the production meeting when he went with his 2. Lay it on us.
I can't believe I'm actually picking this team because I had them written off, I think, in December. I was like, they're
a lot of people
done.
did, yes.
But the Dallas Stars I've got in, they're playing extremely well. Their defense is tightened things up. And other than the one line, they've got scoring. They've got to find a little more of that. But I think Dallas is going to make it. Saying that, the team that I'm kind of going on a limb.
You are.
It could be a very skinny limb. The Chicago Blackhawks.
Here we go.
And the reason I'm saying the Chicago Blackhawks is because they've got, in their last 23 games, 17 of those games they've got points. 16 are wins. They're 5-0-1. Corey Crawford's back and has been absolutely sensational. And the teams are trying to catch are Colorado and the Arizona Coyotes. Saturday, Sunday, it's at Colorado, at home against Colorado. Tuesday, it's at Arizona. Those 3 games.
Huge.
If they win those 3 games, this is a huge if. But if they win those 3 games and take all 6 points to 0,
that's their season.
That is
it is. It really is.
They've got the game in hand. They're 4 behind. They've got the game in hand. Well, yeah, exactly. Call me on Wednesday. I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday morning.
Oh, this is funny.
I'll be FaceTiming in to see yes or no. Yeah,
bold.
But really, you want to have destiny in your own hands. You talk about Minnesota Wild, their tough schedule. They've got to win against tough teams. If they do it, they're going to play well in the playoffs. Chicago, to get into the playoffs, they've got it right here. It's, guys, this is it. These 3 games. Let's start with Colorado. Let's start one with Colorado, a back-to-back. There's 9 periods of hockey. You win those 9 periods, you win those 3 games, I think they're going to be in the playoffs because those are the 2 teams they're catching. And they're about the only team that can say, we have our own fate in our hands because we are playing teams that we are trying to catch. Those are the 2 teams ahead of them with that game in hand that they've got. I really think they're playing great hockey. They're scoring.
Kidding.
They've got depth of scoring now. Corey Crawford has, if you watch that Montreal game, wow, that was lights out.
Phenomenal.
In his hometown.
Yes, sir.
It was remarkable.
Yeah.
They keep this going. They keep this going, especially for the next 3 games. I think they're going to get in.
I love that it's a bold prediction. Scotty, you're
Wednesday.
You're 2.
I still have Colorado. I like the way they're playing. I like their goaltending right now. They're getting some scoring from their defense, which is important for a team that doesn't score a whole lot. So I'm going to stay with Colorado and Dallas getting in, and I don't see Chicago getting in there. That's my opinion. I think it's going to stay status quo. But I mean, Colorado's got some good players, but they do give up some goals. They do rely on their goaltenders a lot, so they have to be good. And Corey Crawford does scare me a bit with the Hawks. They get him back in net. They feel confident with him in the net, and they can score goals. So it's going to be fun to watch and see how this plays out.